Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. It's not been a long time whatsoever. I saw most of you, I guess, yesterday for the 2009 semifinal 2 watch along, and the day before that for the 2009 semifinal 1 watch along, and maybe the day before that when we listened to Latvian songs, and maybe the day before that when we listened to I've already forgotten. There was another country we listened to songs from, Czech Republic, or Czechia. Yeah, of course. So it's been how many days in a row of streaming? I don't know. However, today I'm feeling very much in the mood to get along with what's going on over in Norway, just a little bit west of me. See what they're up to, really. Watching or listening to the songs that they will actually have perform during Melodi Grand Prix tomorrow night. It's already happening, and that's why I kind of felt rushed into checking these songs out before really everything's going down over in Norway. And I'm looking forward to this. Last year I did not listen to the semifinal songs in Norway. I listened to the final and I reviewed all of those songs, but the semifinal songs I missed out, and then I had to listen to them in post, and I didn't review them or anything. This year I'm gonna try and up my game a little bit. We're gonna live stream. Title is wrong on Twitch, good to know. I'm gonna change that instantly then. It is indeed very wrong. Let's just change that super quick. Something like that, I guess. Alright, sorry you just had to listen to my keyboard smashing here. Anyway, 6 songs is what we're gonna listen to today, and that's really the only plan. However, it's a long night and tomorrow's Saturday. Maybe we'll end up listening to more. It just kind of depends on my mood, I guess. But the stream is dedicated to be for the first 6 songs from Melodi Grand Prix. And if we'll end up listening to more stuff, then that's what we will do, I guess, even though the title doesn't say so. But I kind of feel just spontaneous. You'll have to excuse me, but my YouTube channel and my streaming channel isn't really to the point where I feel like I should and have to really be very early with letting everyone know what's going on all the time, because it's kind of a big a big thing to just take chunk out of your time, and maybe some nights when you've planned to stream and you don't feel so good, and it feels tough to cancel. And maybe tonight I can only do 6 songs, but if I feel like I'm in the mood and I want to do 20, then I feel like I want to have the freedom to do that, and I hope you don't have a problem with that. And if you do, I'm sorry. But the videos will still be available to watch on my channel or on Google Drive links if everything gets taken down, which sometimes it does. Either or, whatever is going to happen tonight, we're going to listen to the 6 first songs from Melodi Grand Prix, because they will perform tomorrow night. And if I do this, you can see... Oh, I kind of been struggling with my computer a little bit today. It's been very slow. I hope that's not going to be the case while watching these. 5 of these 6 songs just have an image that we watch. One of them has a music video. So we're gonna base this only on studio cuts, of course. I don't think they are live performed yet, and I'm looking forward to just seeing what's going on over in Norway. They usually got a bunch of good stuff over there. Last year they had 2, I think, the whole final I really loved, but 2 of the songs from the final ended up being in my top 10 of the whole national final season. Both Ekko Inimai and Death of a Dream. No, not Death of a Dream. Love you in a Dream. What's it called like that? I've already forgotten. Elsie Bay, I think it was. I mix up names and titles. You know which song I mean. I hope, at least. I was praising it a lot during last year's season. So if you were around then, you know which one I'm talking about. Anyway, okay. Should we just get right into it? There are, I think, in total 18 songs from Melodi Grand Prix, and today, as I said, we're going to listen to 6 of them, the first 6, and the first song in the entire selection is apparently called Woman Show by Mathilde SPZ, featuring Chris Archer and Slam Dunk. So yeah, and as you can see on this photo, it looks it could be anything really. But I'm just intrigued to see what it will be. I think we'll just get right to it really. Yeah, let's listen. Song number 1, 2 minutes and 45 seconds long. You were getting mixed up with her entry from 2022. Yeah, exactly. Love You in a Dream was the one from last year. Yes, so that one. Okay, Woman Show. Mathilde SPS. Woman Show. Mathilde SP said, featuring Chris Archer and Slam Dunk. Here we go. Yeah. Maxed out energy for 2 minutes and 40 seconds there. Woman Show. Quite the unique little package in here. This is reminding me of Wokimitang Pupu. Nah, I wouldn't say so. Yeah, it's fun. Honestly, I think it's all out just energy, and you could definitely like get along with that. But it could also be on the verge of pure nuisance. I think that it's something that I can definitely enjoy. I think it would become like too much if I really listen to it over and over. And I think maybe the approach that they've taken isn't really something that should connect with me all that much. It's not my type of music, but I can still enjoy it for its fun approach really. There's a lot of playfulness within sound design, I guess, and the arrangement has a proper thought behind it. I feel like they know what they're doing in terms of digitally producing their songs. It's a variation of sounds being thrown in there. They take inspiration from different types of music, especially in terms of sound design. I think mainly in the drumming. But I'm not really sure what to make of it. It's just pure chaos, and it's not really one of these melodic, what do you call it, like melodic enjoyments. I think it's very shouty, and this chanting can either become really catchy or very, very tiresome. I found them quite annoying at first, and then they grew into them, and it felt like something that it's actually pretty easy to tag along with and actually enjoy. But as an overall package, I feel like it could just be verging on the side of being too much. But I can never really fault someone for going all out and just offer us entertainment within the Eurovision world. So I gotta say I admire them for that, and we'll see how far this can take them. It will all come down to the live performance, truly, because this is not the type of music that is easy to really nail and deliver when you perform it, because it's so reliant on the digital processing of everything. Anyway, off to a good start. That's a strong opener. It's perfectly put up in the running order, with one of the cover arts of all time as well, for sure. We're going to move on. As you can see, my computer is very slow today. I do apologize. It's loading so slowly between the songs. I hope it's not going to crash, and that would be very unfortunate. I'm trying to pull through with this. Okay. Is it loading? This is proper torture. It must be for you as well. What's even going on? Like, nothing is happening. It's just lagging. I'm terribly sorry. It's gonna be a slow night, I guess. It's just loading and loading and loading. Seems like something might end up... I have no words. Okay. It started to load up a little bit. This is gonna be impossible. It's not doing anything. It's just jumping around in the song. I have no idea what... Come on. Give me a second. Okay. I really don't know what to do with this. Slow down, brother. Yep. No, but how can I fix this? I do not know. Is my computer overheating? Who knows? Let's just feel. No, should be fine. I do not know why it is doing this. All right. We'll just hope that it works, and if it's the slowest thing ever. Okay. Is it just me or does Groot look much younger than last year? Yeah, I put on weight, unfortunately, and that I think is why. I kind of filled out my face a little bit. But hey ho, I'm gonna take care of that soon. I think that is why. Anyway, sometimes refreshing the page works for me. Yeah, I did. Let's see. Okay, anyway. Hopefully it works. This is Stranded by Fredrik Halland. Halland is a county in Sweden, so I guess that's where he got his name from. Or not at all. Anyway, song number 2. This is a very, what do you say? It's a very mood-reliant artwork. Looks very natural, I guess. Fredrik Halland, Stranded, song number 2 in Melodi Grand Prix. Let's listen to what it sounds like. Oh, it didn't go full circle. I kind of expected the piano opening to close the song there to kind of connect it all. But I'm very much in the enjoyment aspect of this one. However, I feel like it never really reaches the final step. It doesn't go all the way out there. It's something that remains pleasant throughout the whole listening experience, really. And then it just never has that moment that really grabs you. It could all come down to the performance, of course. Maybe it's performed so beautifully that it's just really gonna click for me. But at the moment, I'm just very, very fond of it, and I can see myself listening to it a lot, definitely. It's pleasant, it's rather, I guess, sentimental in a way. It feels personal and emotionally driven. His voice is characteristic, and it comes across with intimacy. And the instrumental behind it, I like the piano bass to it. I'm not so sure on the actual input from guitars and drums there. It felt like it could have been more clarity behind it, but it's a proper concept that I actually really enjoy, and I'll probably be rooting for this one, honestly. I mean, we're only 2 songs in, but I think there is a place in Eurovision and in the national finals for this kind of music. It's something that a lot of people can play off as it not being very interesting, and I completely get that. But at the same time, I feel like just because there is a style of music that you've heard many times before shouldn't discredit it from being a part of the competition, because it's competently done. And maybe though it doesn't really add anything new, I feel like it does everything that it sets out to do, and that's just really all I can ask for. I would have probably asked for a little bit more drive in the instrumental, I guess, but the production is top tier. The vocal is strong, and I found something in it. I thought melodically it was quite pretty as well. Now someone just needs to teach him how to button the final button on the shirt there for his artwork. Let's continue. We're 2 songs in, and now I guess we'll wait again for my computer to load for song number 3. I can't even adjust the volume and switch the songs. It's just nothing is working with my computer today, except streaming, which is of course a positive. We'll wait a little bit here while Heart on Fire is loading into my YouTube player. I'll open a drink in the meantime. There we are. Let's see when it's gonna come up. I can see a little bit of what you were writing about the previous one. Yeah, Amber, Dean Lewis, that's a very strong reference, honestly. It sounds a lot like him, I'd say. We got a What They Say reference as well. Yeah, Louis, it has a little bit of What They Say in it. I think I agree with that. It's just superior production in every aspect, really, and a greater vocal at that as well, in my opinion. Just melodically more pleasant as well. I think it's just What They Say. If What They Say was something that appealed to me, then you could have this song, I guess. This is absolute torture to sit through the loading of everything. Are you experiencing interruptions? Get to know why. I think I know why. It's my computer. It's very Billboard Top 100 friendly song, I would say, rather than a Eurovision song. Yeah, but I don't really like that way of categorizing it. because I think anything should be able to be a Eurovision song. I think Eurovision is the one place where all different kinds of music are welcomed and embraced. At least that's what it should be, in my opinion. You should be able to send whatever and just be allowed to be a part of it, and can be appreciated within your own genre compared to the others. That's kind of the beauty of Eurovision in my book. Okay, it's loaded up a little bit of the video. I can't go back to the start though for whatever reason. I do not know. I guess her name is Myra. That's kind of what I can read out from her logo down here in the bottom. The song is called Heart on Fire anyway, and this is gonna be number 3. A bit too quiet for ESC, I reckon. Like, you can do quiet like Hungary did with Gothminister, but that had its own identity entirely. This was too generic. But you could absolutely draw the comparison to You Let Me Walk Alone though, which of course finished 4th, but that definitely had the emotional presentation behind it to help it, and it was a really great song in my opinion. But this one could do something like that, you know? It's not impossible. I don't know what's going on here. Why can't I jump back in the video and start it from the beginning? I do not know. Loading, loading, loading. Yes, indeed. Okay. I don't know what's going on, seriously. I have no words. I got no words for sitting through this. I don't think my computer's ever been this slow. Ever. Alright, it should be loaded now. Brute on light mode, on YouTube. Alright. Let's go. Heart on Fire, song number 3 from Happy Happy Myra here. Let's hopefully it goes well playing this now. No interruptions. Let's go. Kind of feels like an album track, that one to me. Just enjoyable. I mean, gives happy vibes and not something that I can ever complain about, really. It's just kind of, I guess, a little bit of a lack of ambition to be something more that is a little bit upsetting to me. It feels promising. Gonna be interesting to see how it's going to be performed live. If it's going to knock it out of the park, but I feel like I'll just take off my hunch and feel like it won't. It feels like something that's definitely should be a part of the selection, but then the lack of actually going the full way of being going all out, that's gonna hold it back from really impressing people. It's just going to be very enjoyable, and people at home can sit along or can sit at home and tap along with their feet, and then, you know, it could get on the radio and you could put it on when you're doing the dishes, but it's not something that I really look for when I want to be impressed or I want to be really entertained. It's just I guess disposable sounds like such a negative word, but it's disposable in kind of a positive way. But I do not think that it's one of these songs that really would leave much of an impression at Eurovision, because I feel like this type of music can definitely be done in a more interesting manner, and then those songs would kind of outshine this one. We got a few comments like feeling it like it's a little bit of a filler song, and that's, I guess, exactly what it could be considered as. I try not to dance when doing the dishes. Then you've never done the dishes for real. Yeah, dragged a little bit towards the end. I would agree with that. Yeah, it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it for the whole 3 minutes that it had, but it's not the one that's going to stick with me. So far, I think it's the least, it's the most underwhelming song in the heat so far, but it's also something that I did enjoy listening to. There's nothing that I've not enjoyed so far. Let's see if the next song will be that, if we ever get to it. I will now click continue to get to song number 4, and we'll get there when we get there, basically. I don't think I'm going to be listening to more songs than this heat tonight if my computer's going to be acting like this. Maybe I'll do a restart of the computer and see if we can continue later on. We'll see. Next up is the only music video in this heat by Gothminister, which is quite a name for an artist. The song is called We Come Alive by AFM Records here. Let's just make sure it's loading up. No, don't start yet. Pause. All right, let's see. Put on the volume. I'm terribly sorry about this lag. I really am. Could be an absolute banger live on stage. You're giving away now. I will be looking forward to it. Your camera is also lagging from time to time. Oh, it's so unfortunate. I'm really trying my best. I've invested so much in my streaming equipment as well, and then it just doesn't agree with me, I guess. It's really unfortunate. But it's all down to the computer, I think. Maybe I need to do a complete reset of the computer. It kind of seems like that at the moment. We'll get to this song sooner or later. Gothminister is my favorite song from all of this year's MGP. Okay, I'm intrigued now. I'm really intrigued. Let's see if we can get it going. Alright, let's see. Gothminister, We Come Alive. Yeah, that was very, very enjoyable. I really enjoyed those 3 minutes. Very strong song, this one. And completely different, of course. It stands out a lot, but it definitely needs to be like the ambition of the instrumental, I think mainly of the song, and the character of it just has to really click with the performance. This has potential to be a Lordi-esque type of performance with just that intensity and that impressive tone to it. It really needs to have that for it to really work, I think. And if it does, this could definitely be what we're going to see in May represent Norway. I would not be surprised by that. I think the synth work is strong. The guitars are sometimes very subtle, but still add an impact to the song. And the drumming is also quite effective throughout. It's sparse, yet effective. And his vocal style is, of course, something that stands out. His look also stands out, and that gives the song a huge identity. But I think, I guess the setback would be the lack of melody, really. While I like the chord interval. What's going on? What's going on? No. What's going on? I'm sorry. Yeah, my computer just starts the next song for no reason. The lack of melodic variation is really what holds it back, I guess, because what I really feel from it is, while I think the chord interval is very, very strong in how it's descending, it creates a great amount of suspense, tension, and ambience behind the song. You would definitely, or at least I would definitely expect the vocal intonation to be more varied, to actually create something more expansive without it. You can stick to this simple melodic side of things for the first half of the song, but as the song progresses, I think you need to expand on it and actually add a different layer to it. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to seeing it tomorrow night. Honestly, it could be absolutely glorious and could be a proper Eurovision contender. And if it ends up with a proper performance that really knocks it out of the park, I think that Norway could, and Norway end up sending it top 10. I wouldn't say is out of the out of the possibilities, really. Wanted another verse, but on a single semi-listen it will have impact. Agreed, Alipan. Agreed. The problem is that it's structured like an EDM song. To a certain degree, I guess. It doesn't really have like the drop in that regard, I say. And I feel like when the synth actually comes in and the arpeggios take over, it's never really like there's been a build-up towards these segments. They just throw in when time like feels necessary to put this expansion on, and I think that's really effective. The typical EDM song would just be too obvious within its structure, and I don't think this one is that. So that is actually something that I really enjoy about it. But obviously it has the parts, I guess, of an EDM song. It's not as much, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. It's more the it's more focused on the instrumental parts, I guess, and then just looping the chorus to make it catchy. Okay, I think I've talked enough about We Come Alive there. We got 2 songs left to go. The first one, which you heard a little sneak peek of, I didn't wear my headphones, so I didn't hear anything. I heard there was a woman singing, I'm pretty sure. But that's about it. It's a very unique artwork, this one. The song is called Eya by Ingrid Jasmin. And looking forward to this. We got some violins, we got some flowers on the image here, we got a sword. This could be anything, couldn't it? Yeah, let's just listen to it. Pausing it there. Hopefully it's not going to go on to the next song. But this was a very enjoyable listen, truly. I hope the next song isn't going to start. It will, won't it? Just excuse me while I make sure that the next song isn't starting. And then I'm going to be talking about Eya here, which I definitely did enjoy. I thought that was a very strong package altogether, and I'm looking forward to definitely seeing it be performed. I hope she can sound as brilliant live as she did now in the studio cut, because she has a great tone in her voice that truly sells the song, I think. And I think the mixing is really the standout part of everything here. It has a really crisp sound, and the dynamics between the different sound inputs and the sound design is really something that I'm very fond of, and I think that a lot of music producers will definitely get behind this one and consider it to be very, very impressively mixed and structured and laid out in terms of its writing. It's very packed with character, packed with identity. It's something that will stand out, but it could also be, one of these that just falls flat completely if it's not presented in the right way. At the moment, I feel very optimistic about it because I feel there is a huge ambition behind this one. And if they can match that ambition in the performance, I would be so happy. I really would, because I feel like there's promise behind this one to really make something that stands out and is very special. So yeah, that is a very pleasant surprise with having. I think this heat as well as a whole has such a varied selection, and this is a great part of establishing that. Instrumentally so strong, truly, and vocally as well. I think the lack of variation melodically, again, is probably a setback. I think also melodically it's not really too interesting. The choruses feel a little bit too simple and too crowd-pleasing reliant, and that is unfortunate in my book, because I definitely feel like it should explore more melodically. However, that could definitely hold it back for a general audience, and I understand why they didn't want to do that. But it's something that's being held back a little bit for me there. Overall, though, I am very impressed. Good to hear. Good stuff. We only have 1 song left. It's been playing 1 minute into here now while I've been talking, but it's been on mute, so we haven't heard it. This one is called Oblivion. And meanwhile, while I try and put it back to the start here, which I'm sure will happen any minute. Website is not responding. Okay, let me just refresh. Yikes. What is the running order? Isn't this the running order? Or is this maybe this isn't the running order? I don't know. I just imported them the way they were on Eurovision World. Maybe that's not the running order. I'm not sure if they set the running order then. Okay. Soon we'll be gone. We'll be back up. I have an IKEA commercial in front of me now, but I can't. I just see the logo IKEA because it's it's lagging. All right, here we go. There we are. Oblivion by Margaret Berger, or Berger. Margaret Berger. Yeah, this is, you know her, I'm sure you do. She represented Norway in 2013, which is, 11 years ago now, which is insane. Either way, she did represent Norway back then, and she finished in 4th place in Malmö, and it's in Malmö this year as well. So maybe she's in for a comeback. Oblivion by Margaret Berger, and it's 3 minutes, and let's hope it's a good one. Let's start listening to it. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it, really. I mean, I really enjoyed I Feed You My Love, and this is, it's within the same vein, but I mean, 11 years have passed, and this sounds so much like the Norwegian indie pop electronica that you have. I'm not sure how many people are familiar with Moika, but I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. It's very similar in terms of sound design, in terms of production, and that's not an issue at all. That is just positive. It's something about it though. I think it's a bit strange to me because she's obviously a very strong singer, and I feel like vocally it is a little bit on the weak side. And that's only really because I don't really feel like the vocal comes across, mainly in the chorus on this one. I have no idea what the song was about because I feel like all of the vocals were very reverbed. They were quite unclear. They were not very distinct in the soundstage. It was all about the instrumental in this one. And that could definitely hold the song back a little bit. I'm not sure. But that could be completely different when we see it, of course. But it's all about the drive of the instrumental there. It's all about the kind of energy and atmosphere, I guess, of the backdrop. And then the vocal kind of just adds as another instrument in the mix of it to create a more brighter contrast to the actual beat of it. It feels very much like it knows exactly what it wants to do and it does it to its full extent. I'm just not sure if the ambition really is to be as impressive as I probably would have liked it to be. I would have liked the vocal to be a bit more enhanced and a bit more distinct, and actually the melody of it be more clear and straight to the point, I guess. Right now it feels feels like it's kind of just a sauce in the middle of, or no, that's not a good expression. Should I do? I'll do a. If you got a, I don't know what it's up with this kind of expression or symbolism. If you have a souvlaki, it feels like the vocal is the tzatziki in there. Maybe that makes sense to some of you. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. It's not really the central part of the song. It's just there to add flavor and be a part that melts everything together, I guess, with a brighter contrast. Great symbolism, I know, or a great metaphor. But yeah, that's been all of the 6 songs. What are our favorites? I'm not so sure. Let me actually take up the recap as well, and we'll listen to them just briefly again if my internet can handle it. I hope. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Yeah, Misja Eurovizia has done a recap for the first semifinal. Legend. Let's listen to this and see. I really enjoyed this. I'm not sure how many songs qualify. According to Luis in the chat, he said 3, which means that half of them qualify, which is good because it was a strong selection. Let's take a look at this. It's of course all gonna come down as well to this is the weakest heat? Really? It felt strong to me. 2 guys shouting. Their melody is actually so catchy. I can see myself shouting along with that. It feels very. There is an expression in Sweden that is studentflak music, and a studentflak is basically when you graduate from year 12, you ride around on a on what do you call them? A truck has different. I don't know. I can't. The English teacher has lost his English vocabulary. I'm terribly sorry. But you ride around on the back of a truck and you listen to loud music and you party and drive around the city. And that is a float. Do you call it a float? A truck float? Either way, that's where you drive around and you jump around on this float all around the city, and you play music exactly like that, and you just shout the lyrics along with it. That feels like a proper studentflak song. So now you can add that to your English dictionary, I guess. That is a studentflak song. And that's been it. I was thinking, actually, because now when I've got all of you here, I was thinking about doing a watch-along for the Norwegian semi-final tomorrow. However, the thing is, I will not be able to broadcast the show because that would be stealing live broadcast from NRK, I think their broadcasting station is. But would you be interested in me streaming, not showing the show, but just talking about it while it's going on? You'll have to have it open in another tab. If you would be interested in that, let me know. If there's no interest about it, then I'm obviously not going to do it. We have a lot of other songs to get through anyway. But if you're interested in it, I will do it. and then maybe we can do a little live voting for it as well. I'm gonna try and set something up in that case. So just let me know, live voting for this? Yeah, I guess that's what I would like to do. Of course, sounds good. Yeah, okay. So some people are interested, which is really cool. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a very good stream because I will be talking in silence, but I hope a lot of you will watch the show and then just have me on in the background, I guess, or something like that. I hope that you can put that together. Just don't listen to me for 2 hours or something. But yeah, I plan to watch along with some other friends. Sorry, don't be sorry. Have fun. That sounds awesome. I don't have any real life friends to watch these with, so I watch them with all of you, which is, to be honest, superior. Okay, a lot of people seem to be on board. That's so cool. I think it starts at 8 p.m. Central European time, so that's and you can see the live stream on NRK's official website. I'm pretty sure. So just make sure. Yeah, you don't need a VPN to watch it. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I need one at least. So yeah, that's oh, nice. We're doing it. I'm confirming it now. I think now this has been the end of the stream. I've listened to 6 songs. I kind of feel like I want to listen to more songs, but my computer is just a complete mess. So I need to just shut it down for a while. If possible, maybe. I mean, honestly, I'll come back maybe a bit later tonight. I will start another stream and listen to the rest of the songs from Norway. Should we do that? The computer needs to, time to defrag my hard drive. Exactly, Charlie. But maybe once I've done that, I'll come back and listen to the rest of the songs, if that's okay with all of you. And if you can't make it, then you can watch them tomorrow, you know? So I guess that's the plan. Just enjoy yourselves for now. I will announce it ahead of the actual start. It starts at 7:50 tomorrow. That is such a random time, but okay, I'll keep that in mind. I guess I'll start streaming a little bit before that. They only left the geoblock during MGP. That's actually really funny. They're just blocked for the entire thing, and then when MGP is on, they know they have international fans, so they're just unblock it. I thought we were having a live voting for the semi right now. No, we'll do it tomorrow during the show, so we can judge the live performances, I think. But yeah, thank you for joining me now. I'll get back to you later this evening. So yeah, take care until then, and bye for now. Bye bye.